What's going on, guys? Gianni here. Today we are finishing up the playoffs, or not the playoffs. We're finishing up the regular season for the Truck Series and doing a few races in the cups in the playoffs and one Xfinity hot seat race at Iowa. As we are going to make the playoffs, since we have a bunch of wins, I'm going to do a little disclaimer while we do qualifying. I am going to jump from after the Truck Series Championship all the way to the Xfinity Series Championship. I don't really feel like having to edit a bunch of hour clips that I compiled. So I'm not going to spoil the championship, but we did make it to the Final Four, and we do have a battle with Chase Briscoe for the championship for the Xfinity Series. I'm just going to say that. So after the next two videos for the Truck Series, I'll have the Xfinity Series out, and then I'll start to get to work on the Cup Series. As Jennifer Jo Cobb is well prepared for this race, Josh Rimu is starting at the back, and Tate Fogelman is starting on pole. As we're starting P3 here at Eldora. And the green flag is out. We are underway at Eldora. As once we make this 3-wide pass on the bottom of the racetrack on the 0-2 and the 0-0, we win. I pull away. They don't even have anything for me, and we come to win out the Eldora Dirt Derby. As dirt burnouts, they're not that good because you don't really see a lot of smoke. You just see dirt. But I showed it anyways, because why not? As now I think that may be our 6th, 7th win on the season. I can't really remember. But we've had a really good rookie season in the Truck Series. As we do our little special thing in burnout. Go right up against the wall, smoke it down. There is the finishing order. As that is our 7th win on the season. As now we're going to Iowa for the Xfinity Series. I'm driving the 38 car. As I like Iowa. It's a pretty fun track to race at. It's not one of my favorite tracks, but I like it. It's fun to race at. It's kind of like Richmond, and I'm decent at Richmond, so I was thinking that we were gonna do pretty good this race as we dive into turns 1 and 2. Now we're heading down the backstretch as we dive into turns 3, get on the brake a little bit, not too hard. As we'll qualify with a 25.089, and we'll start 15th for the U.S. Seller 250. As we're here at Iowa Speedway, hoping to get a top 10. I feel like we had good speed in the car. As we are actually going to start this race in the Crank It Up segment. As you saw what happened there in the Crank It Up segment, Oh, we're gonna hit the wall, and then we get into the 8 cars. We're gonna spin the 8 car around on accident. I did not mean to do that. I just kind of dived down too hard and hit the wall, and got right into his quarter panel, and I couldn't get off of him, which I did not mean to do at all. But we're in P11 now. We have a lot of damage to the front and the side of our car. As I don't know what I was doing this race. I think I was watching a YouTube video or something and not really paying attention, as I made a lot of mistakes in this race. As we get up the inside of the 98, as we're hard on the brakes. Make a little bit of contact with him, trying to move him out of the way. As we come to 6 laps to go here, as we bring the visor cam today. As we complete a pass on the 39 of Ryan Sieg, but now he gets right back to the outside, but we were able to stay in front of him. As now we get right to the back bumper of the 11 of Justin Haley, as he is one of my favorite Xfinity drivers. As we dive into turns 1 and 2, we're right at the inside of the 11 of Justin Haley, and Tommy Joe Martin's right in front of us there, the 44 car, as we're going to go all the way down to the yellow line. Not able to make up that much positions, as the 11's going to be able to pass us on the outside as we come to take 4 laps to go here at Iowa. As we're trying to run down these guys, as I get all the way up the racetrack right next to the 11. I make a tiny little bit of contact with them, not too much though. And then I dive down into turns 1 and 2. We make a little bit of contact, but I'm able to pass him with technically a side job, if you want to call it that. As now we're trying to work on Tommy Joe Martin's for P7 as we get right into his back bumper. Trying to move him out of the way. As we're just now 2.5 laps to go as we go down the back stretch here. As now we dive down into turn 3 and 4. We go a little bit high here that I had to get on the brake pretty hard. As now we're back with the visor cam with 2 to go. As we get right into the back bumper of the 44, trying to move him out of the way so we can get to P7. We're going to send it up the inside, but not able to get there. As that allows Justin Haley to get right to the back bumper of us. As I change the camera, I go low to block him, put a quick block on him, and then I hit the wall. I don't know what I was doing here. I did not try to hit the wall. Now I'm on the outside where I don't want to be, but I'm able to almost clear the 11 as I force him below the yellow line, but that won't work as he'll be able to clear us. And we'll come off of turns 3 and 4 for the final time to finish P9 at Iowa. So I'm happy with the top 10, as I wanted to win, but we weren't able to win. We finished 9th. As now this will be the final race of the regular season in the Truck Series.
Go, go, go.
As we come into qualifying here at Michigan, one of my personal favorite tracks to race at, as I'm usually pretty good here. As we come to start the qualifying lap, as I'm kind of on the apron there. As we jump right to the end, felt pretty good. As we will start on, we will start on the pole position at Michigan. Happy with that qualifying position. As we'll come to take the green flag here. As we're coming to take the green flag, and the green flag is out. We are underway at Michigan. As we instantly cleared the 98, and after that, nothing really happened. As we won the race, or we didn't win the race. Grant and Tigger would be able to close in on us, but we do make the playoffs. as we finish P2 or P2 to Grant Enfinger, make it the playoffs. Happy about that. It's always nice to make the playoffs. There's a story of the week that I advanced to the NASCAR Truck Series playoffs. Am I the favorite to win it all? Maybe. You don't know. Then I get a bunch of messages from other drivers, and I compliment them all because don't want to make any rivals. That's all. We have some momentum on our side, but we don't really need that. As we have a team contract, it is for Joe Gibbs Racing, ladies and gentlemen. You hear my reaction in the background. I don't know why I kept that in, but I did. Yeah. As now we come into Gateway, not one of my favorite tracks. I'm not good at. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like the layout, and I'm not good at this. I'm not good here at all. As we come down the front stretch, as we barely beat the goal with a 36.057, and we qualify P11 for Gateway. Like I said, not one of my good tracks at all. I'm usually pretty bad here. As we come here, hopefully to have a good race, just try to advance to the next round of the playoffs. And the green flag is out. We are underway at Gateway. As it is only a 6-lap race, so hopefully we'll get it over with pretty fast. Once I get to the Cup Series, which I already am in the Cup Series, I have the Daytona 500 recorded. I will put the races on 25% race length and 4% tire wear and fuel and that kind of stuff. So we get up the inside of the 44 of Natalie Decker and we make the pass on her. We get right to the back bumper of Grant Enfinger in the 98, as he is in the playoffs, as he has a few wins on the season. As it's 5 laps to go now. As I dive right to the 98, as I'm right at the inside of him, trying to make a pass on him. And we will be able to clear the 98 coming off of turns 2. As we go down the backstretch, following Zane Smith, who sadly did not make it into the playoffs this season in the Truck Series. But we dive low, trying to make as much ground as we can, trying to win. We're up to P6 in the first 2 laps, so I'm happy with that, because like I said, I'm usually not that good here. As we go down the front stretch with just 4 laps to go. As we get right underneath the 13 of Johnny Sauter, and we are able to make the pass off of turns 2. That's our strong suit. Coming off of turn 2, we're able to make the pass there most of the time. And I send it trying to pass the 52 of Stuart Friesen as we get right to the back bumper. Get out of the gas a little bit as he had to check up. Now we look to the outside, aren't able to make the pass. Now we look to the inside as we'll get up the inside of the 52, but he'll be able to clear us down the front straightaway. As I dive in and get into him a little bit, push him off the track a tiny bit. As now we get right to the inside of him, as we're still side by side going down the backstretch here. As I try to squeeze him up against the wall, as we're still side by side. Now I'm going to send it up to 38, and they were going to go too wide behind us, but we were able to clear both the 38 and the 52, going down into turns 3. Going down the straightaway around right here, I think my controller, it dies. It disconnects. And right here, oh, no, that's not right here. But on the final lap, my controller disconnects, and we do end up getting a DNF. As I try to get up to the 40, but I didn't know that I was going to get a DNF at this point. As we go down the front straightaway for the final time of the race for us. And then right here, my controller dies. I get right to the bumper of him. 52 gets to my inside, and then my controller just dies. I don't know why. It was at full battery when I checked, and then it dies. Which sucks, because we were probably going to finish like Pete in the top 5. Which sucks, as that puts us in a little bit of a hole. As we jump right into Canada. I was really upset about what just happened. As the green flag is out, Canada is one of my favorite tracks. So once I am able to clear, we dive down into turns 1. Once I clear the 13, no, he's still there. But I was able to clear him, and we just jump right to the end of the race. I try to go through these races a little bit quicker as we take the checkered flag. And so don't show the burnout here, as we go right to Las Vegas, where I'm already, this is the second round because I skipped Bristol. Didn't want to show it because there was no reason to, since it was already over, since I already won. As the 52 is coming right to our quarter panel, as we're going to be side by side down in the turns 3 and 4 for the final time. And I'm going to squeeze him all the way up the racetrack on Durham. I put him in the wall. As DW would say, he put him in the wall. He put him in the wall. As we take the checkered flag, as now we are locked in to the next round. As I'm really happy, we're locked in to the final round of the playoffs. As in the next episode, I chose to simulate that because I already have the offer for Joe Gibbs Racing. There's no reason to race for that team. As I look through the playoff grid for the Xfinity Series, that's what it looks like right there. As that'll be the end of the episode. I hope everybody enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.